was born in Tel Aviv, a young country. I was Israeli, and I wanted to shake that old attitude of the diaspora. I wanted to break free, you know, from that tradition. And that romance of a beautiful, idyllic world of indigenous people deep in the Amazon inspired me so much. And I decided this is going to be my great adventure. In that search, I was just traveling from one country to another. And in one place, I met the school teacher traveling in South America. He was a Swiss guy. We decided we'd travel together. Together, we arrived in Bolivia. And then I met in the streets this mysterious character that introduced himself as an Austrian geologist. And he told me that that's what he does. He goes into the uncharted places to make contact with indigenous people. Basically, he told me my own dream. That time another traveler came, a guy named Kevin. So the three of us joined that Austrian.
My parents will be back in a year, but I don't think I'm ever going back.
There's nothing like the jungle at night. Insects, birds, it's like they're screaming at you.
You want to be like every other tourist? Anybody can go to Machu Picchu. But the jungle, this guy can take us there.
How do you know that Carl is telling the truth?
Only in the forest we realized he wasn't a very reliable leader. He was actually telling so many contradicting stories, and we weren't sure anymore if there is a tribe or no tribe. The situation became very dicey because this environment was like raw wilderness. And it was very demanding physically but also emotionally. Our conduct was aggressive because when you're starving, you will cut down a tree to take the fruit. Killing monkeys and eating them, you will kill any animal to eat the flesh.
Where we are and what we're going to do, and he just walked away.
Carl! Stop!
We started fighting, and this fight split us, and the split was bitter. I spent 3 weeks on my own, without supplies, without fire, without a gun, without a knife. Swamps and mudslides and collapsing trees and floods and lots of hungry animals around you, jaguars and wild boars and snakes. Initially, I thought there's no way in the world that I can survive. The hallucination bit kept me going through the nights, because the nights without a fire where jaguars are crawling around your head, how do you deal with that? I couldn't fall asleep. So my only way was to escape into hallucinations. My hope was very, very strong. I was sure I'm going to survive and come back to civilization. But there were a couple of moments where I broke down. One was when an airplane passing in the sky. Actually, the airplane couldn't see me because I was under the canopy, trapped under the canopy. And the airplane, you know, it's the sea, endless sea of green. It's impossible to spot somebody from above. I couldn't wave, I couldn't start a fire. So it's actually, that's what broke me. I collapsed then. It was already 17 days of struggle, and that airplane passing in the sky initially broke me completely, and I broke down, fell into the mud, was crying. It's the first time that I was crying, and the crying was such a alleviation that for a moment I said, all I want is to die, because in death at least I'll have rest. having my story public was, I think, the best therapy for me, because it was much bigger than myself. And I was a carrier of a story that had the tremendous healing power for other people. They have to be the hero of their story. And that's, you know, maybe my biggest message on an individual level. Each one of us is a hero of an adventure book.